We are back to more Let's Play Dual Destiny case number 2. We are still doing the first day of the investigation, as you can see. And we're about to go meet our new client. Mr. Wow, I just forgot his name. Damien Tenma. Detention Center, here we go. Visiting hours. Perfect timing. Hope he's not as scary as he sounds. Who are you? Yikes! So you're Damien Tenma, right? I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. I'm here to help. Huh? Ah! Let me out of here! Sorry, I get a little loud sometimes. How incredibly rude. Sorry, did I do something to offend you? A visitor when all others shun me like a common criminal. And here I am with nothing to offer. I am the epitome of rude! Wait, so he wasn't mad at me? Unworthy as I am, I, Damien Tenma, shall breach these walls, so that I may treat my benefactor to some tea, and maybe some cookies too. No, wait! We can do tea and cookies after we prove your innocence. How about you start by telling me what happened? I see. So tea and cookies can wait, can they? That was close. We don't need jailbreak added to the list of charges. Seems like a good guy, but with a face like that, I can see why he's misunderstood. Badge presenting! Thank you for agreeing to defend me. Oh, no thanks required. Just doing my job. He's even scary when he's not saying anything. Nice day today, huh? I, love nice days like these. It's, perfect luring weather. The trial is tomorrow. Yes, right, the trial. Why do I keep blabbering on like that? Why do you, Apollo? Mayor Tenma, do you mind if I ask why you were arrested? Whoa! Sorry, I guess some things are better left unsaid. Bah! Excuse me? To think a public paragon such as I could be treated like this. This arrest should have never happened. Go on. I fear the ill effects it will have on our youth. Now I've but no choice. I must leave here at once, if only to protect the moral fiber of our youth. No, wait! You can protect moral fiber of our youth after you've been declared not guilty. I suppose you're right. You know, I think he might get along with Guy-sensei. Whew. Our youth just came this close to... Our youth just came this close to quite a scare. My fingerprints were on the spear that killed Alderman Cuby. That's why I was arrested. Your prints were on the murder weapon? That's never good. Any idea how they got there? None, for I hardly remember a thing, you see. I was fast asleep at the time. Someone must have slipped me a sleeping pill or something. What's worse, somebody clobbered me on the head. I see. A drug-induced slumber, and a blow to the head. No wonder you hardly remember a thing. Oh. Huh? Is that some kind of strange laugh? Well, I think we can safely assume your prints were planted while you weren't conscious. What did the police have on you as far as motive is concerned? Truth be told, there has been a bit of trouble between the alderman and I as of late. Oh? Was it personal in nature? Nothing like that. It's a long story. But suffice to say, I've been pushing to merge Nine-Tails Vale with Tenma Town. Surrender Nine-Tails Vale to Tenma Town now! Yikes! That's what I told him. I'd like to tell you to stop shouting like that, but I'm too scared. So, that's the motive the police have established for the alderman's murder? Indeed it is. After all, Alderman Cuby was dead set against a municipal merger. That's why they think you killed him. He was in your way. Ah, curses! Mayor Temma, are you okay? Jinxie, forgive me. I never meant to worry you like this. It'll work out fine. Just leave it to me. If only it really were that easy. I don't even know where to start. Thank you for meeting with me, Mayor Temma. Please, wait. My daughter, Jinxie. Yes? She already lost her mother. And now with me being held in here, I fear she'll be terribly lonely. I hesitate to ask, but I beg you, be a friend to her in her time of need. Leave it to me. Trucy and I will look out for your daughter. I shall rest a little easier then. You know, you remind me of some of the new friends Jinxie has been talking about. New friends? Yes, it seems she's made some new friends since she started working in Ninetails Vale. They're quite the unusual bunch, too. There's a lady with an exceptionally long neck, a young lad with an incredibly long tongue, and many other interesting characters. Friends? Sounds more like a bunch of monsters to me. Now, if you would excuse me, it appears my time is up. Phew. Why am I so tired? I must have been more tense than I thought. Still, I'm glad he didn't turn out to be as scary as he looks. A call? Oh, it's Mr. Wright. I love you, Apollo, for having this ringtone. I need this ringtone. Justice here. Apollo, it's good. Is that you? Hi, Mr. Wright. What can I do for you? Trucy told me you've taken on a new case. Oh, that. It was kind of spur of the moment. He's actually calling me about a case? That's fine, but I have a favor to ask. Sure, what is it? I'm at the airport right now. There was someone I had to meet. A new addition to the agency, actually. Her name's Athena Sykes, and she just passed the bar. That's right. I remember hearing about her coming to join us. Guess that was today. She took off as soon as I told her you needed help with the case. It was like there was no stopping her. Wait. What? Where is she now? Probably somewhere in Ninetails Vale by now. That's where that favor I mentioned comes in. I need you to go find her. But I've never even met her before. What does she look like? She'll be the girl in the yellow suit sporting an attorney's badge. Okay, I'll find her. A new addition to the agency. Well, I better get back to Ninetails Vale quick. Who's this one? I already told you! I'm a lawyer assigned to this case! I need to study the crime scene, so if you would please tell me where QB Manor is. You can't fool me! You're just some delinquent high school student playing hooky. You stupid, pay-headed... This attorney's badge isn't just for show, you know. Looks like I just found Miss Athena Sykes. Why won't you believe me? Don't expect me to defend you in court if you ever get arrested. Well, I'm the one who usually does the arresting, so... Say, shouldn't you be getting back to school? I already told you, I'm a lawyer, not a student! That's it, enough of your lies. You're coming with me. Ah! Get your hands off of me!
What the?
Apollo's life is suffering. Think you could watch out for the bystanders next time? Whoops! Are you okay? I think so, but that police officer's out cold. I'm so sorry. I do that when people suddenly grab me. It's like a reflex or something. Reflex? Sounds more like a felony. You're Athena Sykes, I take it. That would be me. And you are... I'm Apollo Justice. I work at the Right Anything Agency. The Right Anything Agency? What a fishy-sounding name. It's a long story, but it is a law office, among other things. Didn't Mr. Wright explain it to you?
Oh, right, that right! So then, you must be... Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you.
I could say the same thing to you. Well, here I am. Now, how about telling me a little bit about yourself? Mr. Wright didn't really tell me much, as always.
Ah, of course. Feel free to ask away.
Let's present my badge!
Yep, that's your attorney's badge, alright. Its dull, grimy look makes me think of all the courtroom battles you've faced so far. I hope mine will look like that someday. Look out, legal world! Athena Sykes is psyched and ready to go!
Actually, I just haven't polished it lately. Maybe I should keep that to myself. No need to deflate her dreams about work just yet. Wow, Apollo, wow! You little shit! So, Athena, I hear you just passed the bar.
That's right! And here's my shiny new badge to prove it. Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, so you must be a bit younger than me.
A bit more than you might think, in fact. I'm only 18.
18? How in the world did you become a lawyer at that age?
I skipped a few grades while I was an exchange student in Europe. And I got my license to practice law while I was over there.
All I can say is, wow. She must be a genius or something.
I also study analytical psychology. I thought it might help me be a better lawyer.
Psychology helps her be a better lawyer? How exactly does that work?
So tell me about our client. What are they like?
Oh right, you haven't met him yet. Well... And that about sums it up.
He's more worried about his daughter than himself. What a wonderful father.
Wait, are you crying?
I'm not crying! There was something in my eye!
They're called tears.
Moving right along, let's get down to business.
To defeat the Huns.
Helping our client is priority number 1.
So, Athena, you mentioned studying psychology.
That's right! I've always wanted to bring analytical psychology into the courtroom. The power of psychology will bring a breath of fresh air to the legal system.
Oh, really? So how do you plan on using it to defend our client?
Well, for example, I can try to listen on a witness's inner voice. And then analyze their psychological state with the help of my trusty partner, Widget.
Widget?
This device around my neck here. Say hi, Widget. Hi, Widget.
It talks?
Whoa, you need a volume knob. Anyway, the little guy will sometimes say what I'm feeling. Awkward. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
Now that I seriously doubt.
Oh, I almost forgot. I have something you might be interested in. I got it on the way here. Think it might be something to do with our case?
A special edition covering our case? That was quick.
That's the whole point of special editions, isn't it? To be the first to get the scope. Rapido!
Right. Well, let's see what it says here. What's the deal with the Spanish? Ten Mataro was seen... What? He was seen flying through the sky! Yes, excuse me.
Yeah, somebody happened to snap that photo near Ninetail's Vale. The article goes on to say it might be connected to our case. Apparently that photo was shot right after the murder occurred.
Well, there were black feathers and strange tracks on the crime scene. I'm not surprised the locals think a yokai was involved.
Wait a second. Yokai is as in one of those Japanese monsters? Man, gut! You don't actually think it was a supernatural murder, don't you? Do you?
No, of course not. Now German? Why not plain old English?
Andale, Apollo! Let's get cracking on that crime scene already!
Athena, please. Oops, no. No. I want to go to the foyer.
Do you hear that? It sounds like a TV or something. Oh, look! There's a TV in that little room in the corner.
In other news, the mysterious masked wrestler, the Amazing Ninetales, has been confirmed missing according to the sources close to this wrestler. It appears he disappeared sometime after the special event held in Ninetales Vale today. He also failed to appear at the match today where he was scheduled to defend his title. Local villagers say his disappearance may be connected with Tenma Taro's recent escape. So that wrestler's gone missing.
Hey, you too.
You don't belong in here. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck. Fuck, Filch. How do I do Filch? Eek! Don't worry, there's nothing suspicious.
What about them horns of yours? They look mighty suspicious if you ask me.
Horns? That's my hair. Anyway, we're lawyers, and we're here to...
Ah. You're them lawyers coming to defend Mayor Tenma, ain't ya? Shoulda reckoned what with that expensive-looking bracelet you got there. The name's Phineas Filch. I'm the caretaker here. Pleased to meet ya.
Same here.
Wow, talk about a quick change of heart. So, tell me, demon lawyer. Bet ya used them demonic horns of yours to scare the bejeebers out of witnesses, huh? Come here, you little horn demon, you.
Youch! These horns are... I mean, my hair isn't meant to threaten anyone.
It ain't? Seems mighty big waste of perfectly good horns, if you ask me. Then again, ain't none of my business, so...
That was fast. Guess he's done with me.
Well, I best get back to work.
Hold it!
Halt! Stop right there! Huh? Me? Apollo, your bracelet's gone! Don't you worry, Mr. Lawyer, sir. I'll check lost and found later.
Somehow, I don't think that will be necessary. Just check your wrist right now. Ah!
The cat's out of the bag!
It was barely in the bag in the first place.
That was a pretty pathetic attempt. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Just couldn't control myself. Please forgive me, I'm begging ya.
Filch. Sheesh, I almost feel sorry for him now.
What should we do about him, Apollo?
Well, I got my bracelet back, and he seems sorry enough, so...
I knew you understand, Mr. Lawyer, sir. You obviously got a big heart. As big as a wad of cash in your wallet, I hope.
You leave my wallet out of this. Oh ho!
Hey! Didn't you just finish apologizing for stealing from us?
Run away! Head for the hills!
Get back here, you!
Talk about a quick escape. Looks like he dropped a few things. Looks like a pair of diagrams. This one's of the crime scene, and here's one on the foyer.
He left his shoes behind, too.
The guy's the living definition of a bumbling thief.
Let's hang on to his shoes. We can give them back next time we see him. As for the diagrams, I say we keep them.
Yeah, sure, why not? They look like something the police might draw. Wonder where the caretaker got them. Probably nicked them off a cop. Now then, as I recall, the fox chamber should be at the top of these stairs. Those stairs. Derp.
Whoa! Where'd all these black feathers and weird tracks come from?
The popular opinion seems to be that they're from Tenma Taro.
You mean the great evil has returned?
Even if he did, I'd be laughed out of the courthouse trying to indict him. Hey, who are you and what are you doing here? This is a crime scene! And who are you? Are you with the police? I asked first, who are you and what are you doing here? On second thought, I'm placing you under arrest for disturbing a crime scene. Under arrest? But... Save it for the boys back at HQ. Now come quietly or else. I don't want to be late for lunch. Please, wait! We're Mayor Tenma's lawyers. Well, why didn't you say so? So you're the lawyers I heard about. Ha ha ha! I almost took you two in. You two sure were suspicious, though.
I don't know how many more times I can take being called suspicious in one day.
Sorry, we didn't catch your name. My name? I'm Bobby Fulbright, the heroic detective who defends our good citizens from evil. The champion of justice who comes running whenever you're in need. And my catchphrase? It's in justice we trust. Oh boy. This guy's a story and a half. So, what can I do for you? Move out of the way? Justice needs backup sometimes too. So I don't mind you asking for help, but you should start by thinking things over yourself. After all, the road to justice starts with your own first step. Ha ha ha! If you don't have any information to offer, you could just say so. So, would it be okay if we had a look around? Certainly not! No unauthorized personnel allowed! Couldn't you make an exception? Cease and desist at once, or you'll have to deal with my little friend here. Ah! Yikes! Is he reaching for his... In justice we trust! Whew. It's just his badge. You may be Mayor Tenma's attorneys, but you still need authorization to cross the police line.
Apollo, let's see if we can't change his mind.
Good luck. Let me know how it goes. Everybody's as dense as heroes come. You're wasting your time and mine. Nobody's crossing this line without authorization. I'm a wall of justice, keeping injustice. That would be you, at bay. I knew it. Look, there's just us and you here, right? Justice and me, you say? That's right? Are you trying to say that Justice and I aren't enough to keep you out? What?
No, silly. We're saying that you're an inspiration in our quest for justice.
No, it can't be! You have it on the ropes now, Athena.
If we're here on the side of justice, would you let us through?
But, guarding this crime scene is a part of justice too!
Sure. But only a bad guy would stand in the way of justice, right?
Ugh! Whose justice is the most just here? Well, we can't have a fair and just trial without a thorough investigation, so... Oh, Lady Justice, what would you have me do?
I think we really got him.
Yeah, he seems pretty neurotic as far as champions of justice go.
Our pleas for justice must have had a huge impact. It's tying him up in knots. Now's our chance to start looking around.
After all that authorized personnel only, this was surprisingly easy. Should I stop them or let them through? Whose justice is more just? Fulbright, please.
Well, let's get to work. We're supposed to be finding... Oh my god, the typos. People are right with these typos. We're supposed to be finding clues related to the crime, right?
Right. A search of the crime scene should turn up some evidence when we can use at the trial. Let's try viewing the crime scene from different angles.
You never know what's hiding just around the corner, right?
Wait,
but how do we go about changing your perspective?
touch the arrows on the bottom screen or press the left or right on the directional pad. If there's a particular spot you want to examine, just give it a tap.
Okay, let's leave no stone unturned. Non alas commenzo. Let's get started.
Do not know if I said that right, but I don't care. Not right now. The Forbidden Chamber. They say the demon Tenma Taro was imprisoned in there before his escape.
Think we could get this door open?
It's worth a try. No good. It's shut tight. I don't even see a keyhole. Seems pretty hopeless. In justice we trust! Yikes! Did I just hear the voice of someone in need? Allow me to fill you in. This door simply will not open. We tried and tried, but it won't budge. It's an essential part of the culture found in this manor, so we can't blow it up either. So an unopened door. Right. According to Miss Jinxie's Tenma, it was shut tight when she came across the crime scene.
Thanks for the tip, Detective Fulbright. We didn't expect you to be so helpful.
Ah! Forget I just said that! So the forbidden chamber was shut tight at the time of the murder. Sounds like something I better keep in mind. There's something wedged under this chair. Let's see if we can lift it up. Freeze! Yikes! No disturbing crime scene evidence, even if you are the mayor's lawyer. He does have a point there.
Hey, Detective Fulbright? Did you hear about that attack over on Yokai Lane? I hear an elderly woman was assaulted by a strange yokai shaped like a roll of cloth.
And you waited till now to tell me? I better get over there at once. In justice we trust.
That was surprisingly easy. Okay, Apollo, now's our chance to look around some more.
The more I get to know her, the scarier she gets. Hope she never finds my weakness. Alright, let's check that cloth down there. Whatever this is, it's stuck on tight. Looks like a large bloodstained cloth. The blood's probably the alderman's, but it's pretty far from his body. Wonder how it got there. And why does this seem important? What do we have here? Looks like a statue of the nine-tailed fox and Tenma Taro battling it out.
Eek! Careful, Apollo! It's got blood on it!
Really? Hey, you're right. What if it's the alderman's blood?
How can you remain so calm after seeing all this blood?
Well, this isn't the first time I've seen something like this, so...
You're no fun at all. At least act surprised or grossed out or something for my first case.
I'm already a lawyer. You want me to be an actor too?
Doesn't this Tanuki statue remind you of the manor's caretaker, Phineas Filch?
This raccoon-looking thing? Yeah, it does look like him.
Ooh, I just got the best idea. We should knock it over. It might transfer back into Mr. Filch.
Mr. Filch is mischievous, but he's not magical, you know.
What a waste of a brilliant idea, Apollo.
Brilliant? Huh, that looks like an air vent. It's pretty high up there.
What if you got a running start and jumped?
I doubt even a high jumper could make it.
Ah, don't rule it out before you try it. Besides, I'm an excellent jumper.
Even so, that must be about 9 feet high.
Like I said, you don't know until you try, Monsieur Justice.
She doesn't know when to give up, and when to stop using foreign words. Yes, because it's hurting my mouth. No, I'm kidding. I'm not bilingual. Hey, this window opens. And outside, we have ourselves a steep cliff.
The window only opens about 6 inches, not wide enough for anyone to get in or out.
Look,
Apollo, there's something caught in the window's frame.
It looks like gold fur.
It looks like gold fur. What a pretty color. It must be from some kind of animal.
Wonder what it's doing here. Did Alderman QB have a pet fox? So this is where Alderman QB's body was found.
Apparently the murder weapon, a spear, had Mayor Tenma's prints on it.
That's not good. Never fear! Detective Fulbright is here! Yikes! Of course, I can't offer you any information on my investigation, so... In the name of justice, I must say goodbye. What was that all about? That's what I like to know! Guess that's about wraps it up. Now, if only we could get that detective to tell us what he knows.
Hey, Apollo? Do you hear something?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, right. Your hearing must not be as sensitive as mine.
What are you talking about?
A whooshing sound, like wind rushing through a narrow strait. And the echo of someone's voice. In
justice we trust! Ah! Ha ha ha! Someone's got a sharp set of ears! That was the sound of my righteous voice reverberating through the air duct. Fulbright, please!
I heard it through the air ducts?
Yeah, check it out! But why would she hear you through there? Why don't we go to the diagram? As you can see, the vent is connected to an air duct that leads out into the hallway. The wind must have rushed through there and carried my monologue with it straight to your ears.
And what a unique monologue it was. I was just thinking, maybe the killer made their escape through the air duct or something.
A cute theory, but I don't think so. The air duct in the hallway is low enough to climb into, that much is true. But as you can see, the vent in the ceiling is very high. 9 feet high, in fact. I highly doubt that there's any way to get up there without a ladder or something. And I don't see anything of the sort in this room, do you?
I guess you're right.
Speaking of things in this room... Yeah? Can you tell us what you guys turned up, Detective Fulbright? Not on my watch, buddy! In the name of justice, I cannot reveal facts pertaining to the prosecution's case. Ah, come on. Throw us a bone here.
Excuse me, Detective Fulbright, but I recall you saying earlier that you would come running when we're in need.
Ugh. I suppose I did say that. Helping those in need is what justice is all about, but keeping information out of enemies' hands is also a form of justice. Which justice is the most just? Why is this always so hard?
Well, how about this? Let's do a little give and take. I mean, serving the public is part of justice too, right? You know, like the police motto? To serve and to protect.
I doubt leaking information to the defense team falls under that motto. Yes, of course! I must serve and well as protect. Okay, I shall share some information. In the name of justice!
We did it, Apollo!
Yeah, we did it alright. But I'm not sure that was entirely ethical. Alright, we'll see what Mr. Fulbright has for us in the next video.